Thank you. I'll call this meeting to order of the Ashland Board of Selectmen. If there's anybody here that's taping the meeting, could you let us know, besides WCAC? Thank WCAC for taping this meeting. I'm going to ask, as we begin, ask Mr. Mitchell to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Just want to state that our chair, Carl Hackinson, couldn't make it here tonight. He sends his regrets, and also Joe Mignani could not make it either, and he's sorry he couldn't make it. We wish him all the best. So I'm going to defer citizens' participation till later in the meeting because we have some other items we'd like to do first. So I'm going to, I think we wanted to lead off with some appointments. So I'm going to ask that, what are these appointments? Oh, okay. Oh, so I understand that Pat Spinazzola is here, and she needs to leave. She's being considered for appointment to the Ashland Housing Authority. Pat, did you want to come up here?
To the podium?
Yes, come up to the podium, please.
How do you do?
Hi.
Aye.
So you've been recommended by the Housing Authority. Thank you
Yes.
for stepping up. So do you have anything you wanted to state about your interest in the Housing Authority, or?
Well, I've been there 11 years. I moved to Ashland 40 years ago this month. Very happy to be here from Worcester. I moved into senior housing, like I say, 11 years ago. Certainly it's a wake-up call as to what being a senior is like, or how some people can take care of themselves or not knowing that they have avenues, for people to help them. And I certainly know most of the people there, probably all of them, and everybody needs something. Thank God we have a lovely administrator who has done so much for us in 1 year. It's really been wonderful, and I'd like to see that continue. And anything I can do to help one of the tenants, get something to the board, to the administrator, to the office, I think that's great. I think it's great that if they have people there to talk to, and then, they're always afraid to approach, or someone's too busy, or this is a small problem. But if it's affecting their life, it's not so small. So I've been going to the board meetings for over a year, and I just, I really enjoyed them. I really got into it. So now that there are openings, and I know Dick Maha has filled one of them, and I'd be proud to fill the other if you see fit.
Sure, thank you. Do we have comments or questions from
No,
the board members?
just a quick comment, thank you for your interest certainly, and, it's such an important role in our community, and, there's certainly that needs a lot more, I think, TLC, that the Housing Authority and the facilities that we offer, so, thank you.
Oh, thank you very
I
much.
just have one question on the term. So is this at a town meeting appointment that you'll then have to go to, or we're filling the vacancy until?
You're filling it until the end of the expiration of that seat,
Okay, so
and then it's your appointment.
okay.
Oh, very good. And it's, it's good news that you're filling the final unfilled seat, so that's great. It's good to see the full board, ready to go.
I understand that goes to 2019 in this
Mhm.
case,
It
the
says
second
May to
seat.
2019.
Yes.
so
August
that's great.
2019.
All right,
Yeah.
Okay.
it would be my
All right,
pleasure.
great.
So
Any
August
other-
or May?
It says May on
May.
the agenda.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So, do I have a motion to appoint Pat to the Ashland Housing Authority?
Sure, I move that we appoint Pat Spinazzola to the Ashland Housing Authority with a term to expire May 20th, 2019, and thanks for stepping up.
Thank you very
And I
much.
second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? No opposed, so it's 302, I guess. Thank you.
Very nice.
Thank you, Pat.
Thanks
Thank
for
you,
having me. Bye-bye.
Were there, very nice. And I understand the point, I know that AJ is here, AJ Gemperline for the Historical Commission. Is there anyone else here who's on, is Sarah Perkett at?
Sarah's here.
Sarah's here?
Aaron's here.
Oh, okay, so why don't we just go in order? So we have a nomination for Sarah Perkett for the Council on Aging. Sarah, you here? Come on up.
Not a problem.
Good
Thank
night.
you.
Thank you.
Good night. Thanks.
Hi.
Hi, Sarah. Anything you care to say to us about, and thank you for volunteering for this, and anything you want to say to us before we appoint you?
I don't know, but will I be working with Michael?
I think you'd have to.
I don't know. It
Hey,
depends on what
carefully.
your answer to that
Yeah.
is. Do you want to work with Mike? No.
Michael's wonderful. Well, I can just say I've lived here since 1981, and I've been pretty active in the town throughout that time. I was on the original Charter Commission,
Oh.
and then have just done whatever we all do as volunteers, PTO, bylaw review, et cetera, et cetera.
Very good.
And now that I'm retired and I've been doing some activities at the senior center, I see what the needs are. I've attended some of the meetings. I'm very impressed with the council and hope that I can add to their discussions.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Great.
Any questions or comments from the board? Go ahead, Steve.
So, thank you again for stepping up, and, I know I see you at the community center quite a bit. My only comment is, as a member of the Council on Aging, I think that the responsibilities of the council expand or extend out beyond the community center. So I would ask you to be, very much aware of the rest of the senior population that don't necessarily spend time at the community center, but have needs and concerns. And so I would just make that comment to be aware of that, bring that to the council.
I've actually become aware of that because I've been volunteering as a receptionist and therefore interacting with several of the people in the building. And I'm most impressed with all the staff and the seriousness with which they take the issues that different people have, people that we never see, but who have needs. And I'm happy to contribute to that part of the job.
Good. Well, thanks for stepping up.
Great.
Thank you,
Yes, Thank
Sarah.
you.
Any other questions, comments?
No.
I get a motion to appoint Sarah Perkett to the
Sure,
Council on Aging?
I move that we appoint Sarah Perkett to the Council on Aging with a term that expires on 8/31/18.
It's second.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? No opposed. 302. Congratulations, Sarah, you've been appointed to the Council on Aging. I think you have to go in and see the
Town clerk.
town clerk.
I do.
tomorrow.
I've
So
already
there's-
made arrangements to have my letter ready by 8:30 tomorrow morning
Oh, boy.
so that I can be sworn in and go to my first active meeting
That's right.
tomorrow at
Very
10
nice,
o'clock.
Very good.
And one minor correction, because we're all vain. My name is Perkett,
Perkett,
as in
I'm sorry.
French.
Perkett.
Perkett.
It should have an
I
E
said
on it,
Perkett,
on the
yeah.
end of it, and then you would
Perkett,
pronounce
okay.
it.
Oh,
It's
there you
French.
Well, thank you for.
Thank you,
letting us know.
Sarah
Sarah.
Perkett.
Thank you.
Ms. Perkett, very
Thank
good.
you.
All right, so next, Aaron Ladd. Is Aaron here? Come on up. And Aaron's being considered for an appointment to the Community Preservation Committee, and we received a recommendation from the CPC to appoint you. So, Aaron, is there anything you want to say to us, or?
I guess I'm a little on the other end of the spectrum. I've lived in town for about 3 months, but my mortgage has me here for 30 years, so I guess I'm going the other way. In the brief time here, I've enjoyed getting to know the town. My running shoes and my bike are taking me all across Ashland, and I'm enjoying exploring all the trails and running routes around town. I'm looking forward to working with the committee on open space and parks and affordable housing and all the potential opportunities during those 30 years.
Seem like you have a
What
Great
brought you to
background.
Ashland, Aaron?
other than buying a house. To be honest, my wife and I looked at one house and we purchased that one house. We bought a house on Pleasant Street and didn't find any other house like that in the greater Boston area. We have a backyard that's on the river, and that's pretty unique for us, and we appreciate that. But also, once